A Long Time Till Dawn, another one of James Dean's many made-for-TV short films. I think this is my favorite one. Out of all the short films that I've seen, I know there's plenty of them out there, but of all the ones that I've seen so far, this one's my favorite. But why? It really showed James Dean's potential of how far he could have gone if he had stayed in Hollywood long enough. That is, of course, if he didn't pass away in his crash. You know, when you see his films in Rebel Without a Cause and East of Eden, I can never watch Giant because of how long it is. 3 hours and almost 30 minutes. I can't sit still for 3 hours. No, I can't. So, anyways, yes, I have seen in East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause that he could show full emotion. You know, for instance, in East of Eden, he goes, "You say one more word, I'm gonna beat you to it." You know, he could show emotion. A Long Time Till Dawn shows the audience how far he could go, meaning he could give raw, edgy, and anger. He could show anger. If he were alive for decades, he would be winning an Academy Award by now. I guarantee it. It showed his raw emotions. That is why I like this one the most. So what is A Long Time Till Dawn about? Well, it's about an ex-con. He was just recently released from prison, but unfortunately his temper gets the best of him and he ends up beating a senior citizen to death. Of course, he didn't mean to beat the guy to death. He thought, oh, he just knocked the guy out and he ran away from the diner. Well, the police come and the gentleman had passed away. The gentleman was killed in the fight. So, but the thing is, James Dean's character, the ex-con, he doesn't know that he killed this man. He doesn't. So instead, he runs off to be reunited with his father and his wife. At first, they're not really accepting him back in their lives because of his past. Past is a past, they say, but another thing that involves the past is the damage. And yes, for his wife and his father, the damage certainly was done. But eventually, his wife warms up to him and she allows him back into his life, and slowly but surely, his father does the same. Unfortunately, the authorities catch up. You know how Rogue One was a build? The whole movie of Rogue One was a build and build and build and build, and then to the ending of the climax was, no! A Long Time Till Dawn has that kind of climax. Oh man, was that an ending. It was sad, but somewhat satisfying because you just know that everyone's safe. But despite his faults, despite all of the things that the ex-con did, we can't help but feel sad and awful for him. James Dean had a magic touch. A lot of actors possess this magic touch. And the magic touch is no matter how awful the characters are or how over the top the characters are, they still have the magic touch to get the audience to instantly like him or her. Think of it like the character in Point Break, Patrick Swayze's character, Hugo Weaving's character in The Matrix, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan in The Walking Dead. All those actors have the magic touch. And Russell Crowe in Unhinged. Yeah, he was a monster in Unhinged, but yet we still like him. Couldn't help but like him, you know? So, A Long Time Till Dawn, if you're studying film, this has to be your assignment. I really loved this movie, or short film. I know there are a ton of short films that involve James Dean out there, and they're really hard to come across. Luckily, there are some on YouTube that I can watch right now, and hopefully they will remain on YouTube for a while.